Good morning. Just picked some onions. The onions look a lot better than the garlic. This is only a small handful. We have about 5 beds to pick of these. But yeah, there's some honkers in there. Look at the size of that. Look at the size of that, mate. And there's some quite tiny ones. But an improvement compared to the garlic. Yeah, happy with that. The time has come to finish this veg bed.
Mm-hmm. You see how much it's overgrown, eh?
2 months after we started it.
I mean, it got hot and we had a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah. It very quickly worked its way down the priority list. Okay, off you go.
You've got to mix the cement. That's your job. I don't mix no cement. So many ants in here.
Oh yeah, you don't want to stand barefoot though.
Mr. Bite.
Are we doing the full bag?
Yeah. I mean, I can just go and get more bricks. Oi! Watch the edge.
That's ready to use if you want to start on that.
Yep, can do. You take the bucket all the way over and then realise you could bring the hose here.
Shut up.
Attack me.
Do what I want.
Do what I want.
Huh? You need to poo. Why don't you just squat down next to the water man?
Wow. The dogs will eat it. Can't be having that.
Poop in the compost.
Poop in the compost. Did you bring toilet roll?
There's leaves.
You literally just sprayed this whole area with fucking anti-mold stuff. I'm not wiping my arse with that.
Only on the vine.
Moldy, on the mouldy stuff. but you need to do another full.
Do I?
Well, this needs another course. You want this another one above this. That's how high you wanted this.
I mean, ideally, sort of up to here.
Oh, fuck off.
So that's another 2, maybe
that's
3.
Another 3. You're not doing another 2.
Well, we'll
3.
do just another 1 and then we'll see how it looks.
Yeah, because you can always just sit on it to weed. You don't have to, like, you know, it doesn't have to be waist high. No one has waist high raised bed.
Yeah, but how much more comfortable would that be if it was waist high?
Well, I prefer it sort of like above the knee.
I suppose actually if you've got tall plants, you can't actually reach the top.
Exactly. It's all fed up. Knee on the brick?
No, just bending down.
What, Grandma? I'm just going to make sure that isn't Fenton eating a chicken. And I'm also going to go and take a shit. So he's going to take a shower. Oh no, here he is. Good boy. No, that wall's not straight.
Huh?
No, that wall's not straight.
I mean, none of it is straight.
I think
we didn't start off straight, so it's not really going to end straight, is it?
I think we're going to have to do one more this way. Like the last one we do, which will be perfect.
What, to hide it?
Yeah.
We'll just put a bunch of trees around it.
If we put enough of the...
Some fruit bushes.
around it, how are you going to weed it then?
Huh?
How are you going to weed it then?
What do you mean?
Well, if there's bushes around it.
Well, it's going to have footpaths around it anyway.
Yeah, but the footpaths will be nice and clean to the edge. I reckon we just put a big pile of cement up the side. Let me borrow the cement mixer.
Okay, so are we happy with the height of this first raised bed?
I think it's a sensible height.
I think so. On this side,
It's super high.
it's very high, hip height. On the further side, it's below the knee.
Because don't have flat hills, do we?
That's just an idea of how
Sloped our land.
sloped all our terraces are.
My theory is what you always do. You always plant tomatoes here and lettuces there.
Yeah.
Short plants.
Well,
high
that
plants.
is the idea, because this middle section is going to be footpaths.
Yeah, and we'll dig the... What we can actually do is just dig the footpath down.
Yeah, and then we can have trellises going around the top here, joining up with the next bed. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
I still think, as opposed to... Well, you can have trellis going over as well, but I think a box trellis style.
Yeah.
Because then I can build the big panels to turn it into a greenhouse in the winter.
Next step, cover the whole thing.
In various kinds of poop.
No, the outside, so that you don't end up with this sort of
Dot and dab thing.
dot and dab dodgy bricklaying work.
I think we're going to go with...
Cover the entire thing with what? Lime wash?
Well, the thing is also, if we use the lime plaster, it's a good time for us to get practice lime plastering somewhere that doesn't matter.
Yeah, we've never
Lime plastered.
used lime before, so it'll be a good experience to get your eye in before the main housework.
And I do quite like the idea of those stones along the top of them, because those were cheap as hell.
Yeah.
Those stones. And it would give it a nice rim all the way around.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
But yeah, cover this in lime so it's nice and white and pretty to look at. Fill it with goat shit, chicken shit, horse shit, and then as mulch we're going to use bark because I hate using the straw here. It's just full of weeds.
Whereas the bark that comes from our local wood merchant, it hasn't got anything in it, and
it's brilliant and it's really cheap.
It's €1 a bucket, and they're quite friendly, so we could probably get a load.
Yep. Do you want to explain why we've used bricks instead of your more traditional logs for raised beds?
We don't have any logs.
More precisely, what is the main reason?
Well, A, we wanted it higher, which is really hard to do with logs.
Yeah.
And B, the 60-kilo German Shepherd could go through the logs.
Yeah.
That's mainly the issue, doggage.
But also, we don't want to be redoing this 5 years from now.
Yeah, the idea is that these are permanent.
Yeah, these are permanent. Don't have to touch them, apart from fill them with compost. But yeah, having to redo 10 beds this size with logs again in 5 years does not fill me with joy.
Also, the thing is, the weather here is so up and down that logs and things do rot fast. It might be earlier than 5 years. People have put in wooden fence posts and they haven't lasted a year.
Yeah.
And if we did use the sort of wood which would last, it would cost a lot more than the bricks.
Wood is so expensive here.
Yeah. And these bricks cost nothing because they're just extruded. Like, these are under, 10 pence each? 20 pence each?
I think they're, about 20 cents each.
And they deliver, and they're nice, and the people who run the place are family.
Yeah.
They're survivors.
But yeah, the main point is these are permanent.
Yeah. Fill it full of poop, and then never have to worry about your veg again. You know what? For the first time in your life, you might get a full-length carrot.
An actual carrot that looks like a carrot? My goodness me.
La carota. We did that in 2.5, in under 2 hours.
Well, there's only 2 lines.
Yeah, but mixing everything, dragging it down, hour and a half all in.
True.
So I had a call in.
1 down, 9 to go?
More than 9. Well, don't forget, you want to...
We have to fill this entire space with raised beds.
Well, only this bottom half, because we still need to get the tractors and things in. But so we're only going to do this half. Although it does now make me think that this area here really should be treed heavily.
Yeah, but then it'll shade most of the beds, which you don't really want.
Well, it depends how much shade you think you're getting, because if you think about it, if we've got fruit trees down the edge, although fruit trees don't grow very well down the edge.
Yeah.
I would like to put at least another 2 big trees in here, because realistically in the growing season you get so much sun. And if we pick plants that die off in the winter, so that you still get the sun, and then I'd like to put some more in the middle, and I'd like to put a pond, at least 1 pond in, if not 2.
Yeah. Cool.
Well, we haven't even looked at putting something with fish in it, because fish would be great for up here. It'd be really nice to have fish, especially eating fish, because you could do this, seal the inside and use it as a
pond,
a fish factory. You can grow prawns, mate, freshwater prawns. And you know what you said about you wanted to do rice? Yeah. Because of the way we've got the water flow in here, these could be wet beds.
True.
You can have 2 of these that are completely wet. Chuck it, Ultra. Good for your dog.
Cool.
Cool. Right, shall we?
Let's. So, we are going to brush up all the crap that's in the chicken coop, and we're not actually going to refill it with straw or hay because they keep nesting and laying on the floor instead of the... Oh, here we go. See here? They're creating little nests with all the straw on the floor. Oi, stop eating chicken food.
What?
Get out. As I was saying, we're going to leave this completely empty to try to prevent them from laying on the floor. But also it'd be much easier to clean, I think.
Yeah.
Without all the straw on the floor.
The other thing I was going to suggest is maybe we move the nesting boxes around to the shady side. Because they was good at the back in the summer because they liked it because it was the sun hit it, but right now they're nesting underneath everything else.
True.
You know what? I'm going to get myself
A mouse?
face covering. Do you want one?
I would love one.
Bud, what do you think you're doing in there? That's a bit buggered, that, by the way. What?
It's not really grabbing much.
That's why I bought the big brush as well.
Have you got the smaller grippy one?
No? Grippy? What, the rake?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So try that one.
That one is fucked.
Yeah. And I don't have a welder, so it's not like I can fix it very easily. Oh wow, yeah, okay. Oh, there we go. Please tell me this doesn't work better than that.
Avoid!
Don't lift it. After you, darling. Okay. So the sun started to come out. Not hot yet, but that's enough for my furry assistants. We've already dug several large holes, helpful as they are, to make a nice quit moment and wander back. So there they are, slowly working their way. The goats pretending to be deer in the rural countryside, working their way back. But it's good that they're down here at least, because then they keep the larger birds of prey away. Or at least Salem does, and Fenton barks them. Rosie is, I assume, still in bed, because, you know, lazy creature.
Oh, who's the waggle? Good girl. Good Salem.
So it's good to have the dogs playing down here in the mornings. Wears them out before we take them into anything else, which is a positive fact, because the one issue we have is that Fenton and Salem like to chase each other a lot, which is very cute, very egalitarian. One chases one, then the other chases the other. But the main problem is that Fenton can corner like a, you know, Formula One car. He's a terrier, small legs, very low centre of gravity jump. And he weighs about 8-9 kilos. Salem weighs 25 and she corners like a lorry. So we've lost a lot of different plants to a very large dog bum slamming into them. So trying to get them worn out before they go into the veg terrace seems like a sensible, repeated thing. The other thing we have to do is move this fence soon, because the hill has collapsed here before us. So things like wild dogs and boars can actually get in through here, and these two can get out. Not that they ever do, lazy buggers. I mean, I think when we first got Salem, Fenton showed her that there was a way out down there, and neither of them have ever bothered. But this needs to go to the other end of the olive trees, and maybe just another gate, because, you know, gates appear to be the order of the day. And what have you found? A stream. 9:10. That's early for her.
Boy, what was that?
Bopper. Definitely bopper for that, I'd say.
What was that?
Come on, bud. Fentimanood. Okay, go. You're still too full from chicken yesterday. Do you want it away from Salem? Oh, there you go. Somebody needs to eat where he's safe.
Uh-huh.
Oh, nom, nom, nom. So, how's your onion life? Steady matron.
I mean, not a bad harvest.
Yeah. Livable with. Also, the dogs have had a lovely time. They've both been asleep.
Day 2 of stock veg harvest. We managed to pull out all the garlic and all the onions yesterday. It's a mix of good onions and what looks like spring onions. And mean, these small ones will probably be good for like salads. But there are some decent sized beasts in there, mix of red and white. There's also some upstairs. We pulled up 2 rows of potatoes, which gave us a full basket. There were more in there, put some upstairs. Another crate of onions, and then the rest of the garlic in this hessian. So we need to pull out more potatoes today. We're going to try and get everything out of that terrace today and tomorrow, but we need somewhere to store these. So this is the only place we have to store the adega, which is full of rats.
Mice at the moment.
We definitely need to get some cats in here.
Well, even the cats won't be able to get up to the top.
Even Fenton can sense that there are mice in here.
He's got a couple in here, but if they go up the walls, it's not like he can climb.
Yeah.
Well, he tries, but he really needs things in the open to be able to eat them.
Cool, let's decant some crates.
Onions on top or potatoes on top?
I don't think it makes much difference, but probably potatoes on top, because onions will leave skins everywhere.
There.
Fenton, get out of the way.
He's very in the way dog.
Also, these are fully dry, so that's why we're not leaving them in the sun, because they've been in the ground drying for about a month. Oi!
That's an unusual sound. So apparently we can't actually store these next to each other.
Well, that's not going to work really, is it?
Well, I mean, I think that's...
It's a lot of onions.
Yeah, we did well. That should last us the year.
If the rats don't get to them.
I put a rat trap next to both sets. On both the entry channels where the rats usually come down. They come down that corner and they come in that side.
I don't think rats eat onions or potatoes.
Not that they eat anything, give enough stuff, but the thing is there's so much corn around. I'll probably go for that instead.
Cool. So we're doing 4 lines of potatoes.
We're going to try for 4 lines. Should probably have some fluids and things to take down with us.
I already have a bottle of frozen water.
There we go.
We had to bring an umbrella down here. Oh, Jesus. Yesterday for the dogs. Because the dogs do follow us everywhere, so even if we're outside in the sun for hours, they will still follow us and moan about being hot. So this gave them a nice bit of shade, and they actually napped for about an hour yesterday. Let's move this actually closer to the water line. Did you talk about the dead chicken yesterday?
Briefly.
R.I.P. Oh, it's Assumption Day.
Assumption of Mary. But everyone assumed she was named Mary, but her name was actually Lauren. Where do you want it? You'll never be able to just push it in. Tell me where you want it and I'll make a hole.
Here.
Really? How are we going to sit under there? What, around the sting?
Well, no, there's no Hessian. We'll put the Hessian down.
What's your tail snail 'em?
Because I mean, the potatoes go up to here.
Did you actually put it in the hole?
I'm pretty sure I put it in here. Don't think your hole's very good. Oh, potato. Very wrinkly potato.
So this is a useless position for it.
I mean, if you could bring it lower down.
How am I going to bring it lower down? It's wedged. Oh, karma.
Bramble right in the arsehole.
Mm-hmm. You wanted it though.
Well, where else would we put?
Anywhere else. Yeah.
Okay, do you want to put it somewhere else then?
No, you made me put it down.
Well then, just quit your moaning. If you're not going to do something about it, stop complaining.
The dogs aren't going to sit under it. That's just in the sun. Yeah, I'm going to move it because you're an idiot.
Come to me with solutions, not problems.
You are my problem. I can't come to you with anything else. Right, find a spot that's flat enough to sit on.
Is that a serious question?
Like an area.
None of this is flat.
Flat enough. Pick a spot. Okay? Any spot. A spot where we will be behind the brolly.
Okay, well, the line of potato goes to where your foot is.
Yeah, and we're going to manage 4 today, which isn't even going to take us up to the line.
Okay, so...
Okay, so
there.
put your Hessian down. Oh, next to the brambles.
Oh my god! Are you happy with your new umbrella spot now?
I mean, you're the person who puts an umbrella where it will give you no shade. At least there's some dog spot there.
Place.
Cool spot, shade
Good
spot.
girl. Place.
Good.
Well done, kitty cats.
There we go. Now you know.
Oh,
So-
and now she's about to sit on a bramble.
Ooh, that's because you put the thing so close to the bramble.
What have I said about come to me with solutions, not problems?
Oh, in that case, why don't you cut the brambles?
I don't have anything to cut it with. Where's your...
Not in these shorts.
Mister, I carry my Leatherman with me around everywhere.
I do. Not in these shorts. It's too heavy and it bangs into your nuts. You're digging that one, you dig this way.
things, 2 full baskets.
Out of which I reckon probably just under an eighth is split. It needs to go for vodka. I mean, that's a full thing. Whatever those are called. Pun it.
Right, should we go upstairs, kitties?
The dogs have been very helpful.
High octane hounds.